Nanotanks are one of my favorite types of builds. They are really beautiful, not that difficult to create, they don't occupy a lot of space, and they are quite cheap. And all of that makes them relatively accessible for the beginners. And this is very important to me, because I love new people trying out and joining this fantastic hobby. So today, I will show you how I created another one. This time, I will show you step by step how I created Iwagumi styled nano tank. This is the tank that will be a base for this build. On top of the tank, I'm placing this Chihiro's A301 light. But later I will switch this one to something less powerful and way cheaper. So don't focus on the expensive light right now. Okay, let's get to building. I'm starting from pouring a thin layer of active soil into the tank. I don't need a lot because I will be using very small plants. So 1 maybe 2 centimeters at the front and 3 centimeters in the back should be enough. And once the substrate is in place, the real fun begins. Let us have a quick look on those rocks. Those are serious stones, and they are perfect material for the look I want to achieve, and very often used in Iwagumi styled tanks. And you can understand why. Just look at those tiny little details. This structure and shape of those rocks will make an illusion that this tank is much bigger. And this is always a good thing, especially in nanotanks. I'm starting my escape from the biggest rocks. As always, I'm experimenting a bit with the placement until I'm happy with the result. And this is a good start already. I wanted to have kind of a cliff on one side of the tank, and it worked really well. To complete this look, I'm adding few smaller rocks. This way, entire landscape looks more consistent. Besides, using odd numbers of stones somehow makes it look more natural. Okay, I think we are there. It looks awesome even without the plants. This is exactly the beauty of those kind of rocks. It's very easy to make detailed hardscape with them. Anyway, it's time for the next step, planting. And this again would be very easy, because I'm using only one plant. This single cup of Eleocharis parvula, or dwarf hairgrass. Because this is an in vitro plant, I need to prepare it first. So I have to open the container, take the plant out, and put it in the water. I do that to get rid of this gel that is used as nutrition base for the plant. I just wash it off and remove the rest with my hands. And this is it. Now it's finally time to plant it. I divide it into small portions and plant it all around the tank. I'm trying to spread it evenly across the substrate, just like you see here. If you have any problems with the soil, you can spray it with water. It makes planting a bit easier. And this is how it looks for now. You know, sometimes you can feel that some of the tanks will look good. And I have a very good feeling about this one. It already looks really cool. But we are not done yet. With this kind of plants, especially in vitro version, there is a very high risk that they will float to the surface seconds after I fill the tank. They just don't have strong root system yet. So we will do something different now. I will spray it with water and cover it with plastic foil. So yes, I'm doing dry start again. It's just perfect approach for this kind of build with those kind of plants. Thanks to dry start, I don't have to be worried about algae, even with strong light. And I don't have to deal with plants floating to the surface, and in this case it would definitely happen. It's actually quite common approach for Iwagumi and in general tanks that have a lot of carpeting plants. So all I have to do now is open it from time to time and let the fresh air inside and spray it with water to keep it very humid. And this is it. Patience is the key here. But for your patience, you're gonna get great results. Just wait for it. But last thing before we move on. Look here. On the substrate at the front of the tank. Right now, all you can see is the substrate and nothing else. Why am I even talking about this? Because this is how I want to show you the evolution of this tank. Check this out. This is the tank 2 weeks later. Look at this. This is the first sign that the plants are starting to propagate, and the best way to see the progress. If you can see something like this, it means everything is going according to the plan. So let's jump in time again. 4 weeks from the start. Plants are spreading and are very well connected to the substrate. At this stage I could very easily fill it in, and there is no way that anything will float, because those roots are really acting like anchors now. And finally, we are 6 weeks into the project. Huge difference, isn't it? This is the beauty of dry start. I'm showing you this from the front because from the top it's not that visible at the beginning. But there are many things happening under the surface, and I want you to have a good understanding on what is going on. Let's look from the sides. Yes, I have a full carpet growing nicely. Roots are strong and it will only get better from this point. And here we have a quick comparison and the progress over the weeks. I could have filled it in already after 4 weeks. I just wanted to wait a little bit more because I wanted this carpet to really grow in. But it's definitely ready now, so let's just do it. And this is how this tank looks after 10 weeks from the start. I just love how it turned out. It's so simple yet interesting at the same time. And those rocks, they look so good in here. Remember, this is only some soil, 5 pieces of cereus stones and 1 cup of in vitro plant. That's all that was needed here. In the meantime, I changed the background to black one, and I'm still deciding on which color is better. So let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Right now there are some signs of green dust algae on those rocks, but honestly I really like how they look. It makes those rocks look even bigger. Right now in the tank there are 2 corona snails and group of tiny rasboras. They are waiting for their dedicated tank, but for now they seem to feel quite well in here. But this tank is just begging to have some shrimp inside, so this will be my next move. So there you have it. Super simple nano tank that can fit anywhere. It really requires very few materials, needs only a light, it doesn't need any filtration, and I think it looks just amazing. If you are looking for a simple project that you can try, maybe something like this, let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you liked the video, please hit the like button because it really helps me out. But for now, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.